Alright, welcome to video number 74. This is Subduction Part 2.
When a large continent splits apart, the separate pieces travel away from each other, pushed by the creation of new land at the ridge between plates. Because the Earth has a constant surface area, the same amount of land created must be absorbed into the Earth. This process happens at subduction zones at the junctions of plates. At a subduction zone, crust dives down into the mantle to be melted to form new rock. When the plate subducts into the Earth, it brings two pieces.
White Island, as with all of New Zealand, sits right on the rim at the junction of the Pacific and Australian plates. It's a collision area where the floor of the Pacific Ocean dives deep below the Australian plate in what is called a subduction zone. The seafloor is buckled and pulled down into deep trenches, and the friction triggers powerful earthquakes as the Pacific plate is slowly consumed. Even here, magma flows from underwater volcanoes as rocks are melted and recycled.
Alright, so what does the results of subduction actually get you? Well, you get the recycling of the old granny oceanic crust, the old granny rocks there. And remember, this is adhering to the conservation of mass, right? So there's not going to be anything created or destroyed, just changed and altered. And this is going to go around and around. And then the second thing you're going to get here is a creation of a volcano. And hang tight, I've got a great video that'll explain how that happens with some great diagrams.
Here at Nautilus Mission Control at the Inner Space Center in Rhode Island. During this expedition season, we'll be visiting some subduction volcanoes off the coasts of Greece and Italy. And here's the science behind how they're formed. It all starts when seawater seeps down into the cracks within the sea floor. This changes the composition of the ocean crust, making it saturated. There are areas on the Earth's surface where the ocean crust is forced down beneath another tectonic plate, and this is called a subduction zone. At a subduction zone, the saturated ocean floor is pushed to regions of high temperature and pressure, an environment ripe for volcano formation. Under these conditions, the ocean crust begins to change, and it releases a watery mix that was stored inside it. This water combines with the rock above, melting it and forming small pockets of melted rock. These pockets travel up into the overlying plate, forming magma chambers. This magma continues to move through different layers of crust, changing composition as it goes, and when it finally reaches the surface, it creates a powerful volcanic eruption. This Nautilus expedition season, we will be exploring underwater volcanoes, looking for hydrothermal vents and taking water, gas, and geologic samples.
Let's talk about the Ring of Fire, Mrs. Barber. You want to talk about it first?
Isn't that a song?
It is. In fact, I'm going to cut the song in for them. I'm going to do the whole Johnny Cash. Come on, I'm country. Come on.
The Ring of Fire is a ring...
Campfire?
No.
No.
Not a campfire.
Okay.
It's a ring of volcanoes.
Cool. Cool. Should I go there?
Yeah.
Where is it? It's in Hawaii!
In the Pacific.
It's in the Pacific, yes, and it's in Hawaii, and these are pictures of it, and Hawaii's lovely.
Is it all in Hawaii, the whole ring?
Perfect. That's a perfect question. Hold on, people. I've got a video coming up for you. Hold on. There's a great map. You'll look and see. Hold on.
One of the Earth's most intriguing mysteries is the presence of a huge arc of geological destruction surrounding the Pacific. It's known as the Ring of Fire. 3/4 of the Earth's volcanoes are situated here, and 90% of all earthquakes also occur along this line. Over the last 200 years, disasters here have claimed over 1 million lives. The Ring of Fire is one of the most extensive zones of destruction on planet Earth. Its most visible features are the hundreds of volcanoes that line the shores of the Pacific Ocean. They form an arc that extends 25,000 miles, from South America, along America's northwest coast to Alaska, and then down through Russia, Japan, and Southeast Asia, all the way to New Zealand. Cataclysmic eruptions have occurred here throughout history.
All right, so we hope you like the Johnny Cash song along with the couple other ones I did for you as well. I like to put a joke at the end, Miss Barbara. It's always funny here. So remember, Miss Barbara and I described subduction for you. Whoopsie, it shouldn't say define plates, so don't worry about that. I actually put that in the next video, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then make sure you understand what the results of subduction will actually do, which we said was what? Yep. Volcano, and we gotta recycle, right? We gotta put the smack down on Granny and recycle her back into the mantle, right? Hope you enjoyed the video.